We are winding down your double the blessings on Obatala Rule Sun Venerated Sun's Day. And Moon Day, the first day of the week, takes us into a 1111 energy with Ashu right there at the shore. What's in this Monday's water? Let's talk about it. Attention, star seeds. Attention, light workers. Attention, root workers. Attention, conjure doctors. Attention, nature-based faith practitioners. Attention, spiritualists. Attention, diviners. Attention, prophets. Attention, the spiritually eclectic. Attention for those seeking the road less traveled. This is time-sensitive cosmic information, so you might want to catch this. This is time-sensitive cosmic information that you can use in your prayers, manifestations, and other spirit works. Beam up now via this video or the audio link in this video's description box to get this on-the-fly esoteric wisdom. Beaming up now. Ashe emojibatu Olodumare Bobo Egungun Ara Orun Bobo Orisha for another day to bask in the goodness of Onile's sacred earth. Every day given is very special, and here are a few details, cosmic details, pertaining to how. I'm iiiYansaje Muse, and this is your early rising or your evening settling mystic forecast. Ekale if you're catching this in the evening time. Ekaro if you're catching this in the early morning's rise. I am, as always, iiiYansaje Muse, the Black Madonna of the airwaves, bringing you the music, the mystics, and the mojo on your one woman and the divine created radio station, 222.9 The Mothership, internet radio for the road less traveled. If you aren't already, hit the pin site link in the description box of this video and follow on all social media so you can get the cosmic goodies of all 7 orbits. It is Sun's Day, November 10th, 2024, and the day is vibing on an 11-2, and Obatala brings in double the blessings fast-tracked in Ochosi's code 11. 2 is also present, which is the number of the divine feminine. So I hope you surrendered to the nurturing essence of your energy. And this is all going down on your 8th Sunday of autumn equinox and the 3rd of the stinger season. Shout out to the Scorpios. And the moon tonight is waxing in the last house, 12th house, Pisces. So reflect on all the times ending so that your new beginnings can be a lot more clear, profound, and fast-tracked. Because with Ochosi showing up on Obatala Day, that's kind of interesting because Obatala is one of his animals is the snail. And the snail moves very slow, which represents patience. And then the daily numerology vibes on the 11, which is the number sacred to Ochosi for those of you about that E-Fi life. And you hear the sirens going in the background. I love it because Chelsea kind of rolls with law enforcement with Ogun on the roads. But when you have fast track energy next to slow and patient energy, then you get this orbit kind of thing, something that moves fast and slow at the same time. So patience actually can fast track you to your goals because when you're still and you take things slow and you allow yourself to be patient, you're putting your trust in the universe, and you don't know how fast that's coming behind your back. Just something to think about. If you are listening at the 11 o'clock hour, I'm sorry to bust in on your sun nightly vision of what love looks like. Hope I didn't interrupt your baby making session too bad. But we all got to keep up with what's going on in the quasars. So there's your Sunday night spill. In another hour, when the clock strikes 12, Obatala passes that time clock off to his wife Yemoja as we go from the sun masculine ruled day to the feminine masculine ruled moon. And this particular moon day, we got that 111 4 ones lined up with HU right there at the shore. Interesting stuff. So when I come back on the break, we're going to get into it with your Monday's forecast. I am iiiYansaje Muse, and this is Radio for the Road Less Traveled. 222.9, the Mothership. Beam up. Did you find purity, rest, and reflection and alabaster divine? Then you'll love it on my cosmic beachside with Mother Blue Hues. Meet me there tomorrow. That's www.poeticallymused.org/Mother Blue Hues. That's POETICALLY.org/MOTHERBLUEHUES. Ashe. And we are back. So in case you're just now joining us, I am iiiYansaje Muse, the Black Madonna of the airwaves, bringing you this Moonday's forecast. So it's Moonday, November 11th, 2024, and we got a great big 1111 manifestation portal opening up wide. And all of those 11111s are adding up to a 12-3, which places SU, the stone, right in the middle of the water. And the water is the emotional state. So you want to align those emotions with your high vibes so that you can be in the energy that you need to be in to manifest your blessings. And SU was right there at the crossroad at that, because higher levels require higher tests. So you can always count on SU to throw you a couple of curveballs right before it's time to level up. And all of this is going down on your 8th moon day of autumn equinox and the 3rd one of Scorpio season. And like last night, the moon is waxing in the mutable water sign of Pisces. So you got water energy on the moon day, water energy and Scorpio energy, and water energy on the moon with Pisces. So that's a lot of water, femininity, emotional energy on that 1111 essence. So make the most of it. And y'all know what I mean with your prayers, your manifestations, and all of that good jazz. You get my drift. And we are on the last day of Scorpio season, second decan, which interestingly is half Scorpio, have Pisces, and we got Scorpio on the sun and Pisces on the moon tonight. So we got all of that lined up. And in the 12 figures of African spirituality, we are in the season of the child of the word. And what does the child of the word represent? Jeremiah, the first chapter of Jeremiah in the Bible, talks about the power of the tongue, and we that live that Ifa Orisha life call it for shit. If you were born on November 11th, happy solar return. May the ancestors, Orishas, Olodumare, bless you with many, many more, as well as the saints of your respective faith, filled with love, joy, and Bobo Ire. And Bobo Ire just means many blessings. But if you were born on November 11th, you can be shrewd. Sometimes that's necessary. You can be determined and argumentative if you take a strong stand against something, especially when you think you're right. You don't really like to be driven, but for love, you will do a great deal. You have many friends, and you're generally happy and entertaining. Ashe. All right, other 11 zodiac houses, haterade is not alkaline. So if you aren't already, make sure you show those Scorpios in your life some love as they turn up in their season. I know here on a rotation one on the Mothership, Scorpio energy gets a lot of love and gives a lot of love and wisdom through Iba Iwo Oorun and High Priestess Yeye Afia Matthews. And both of them are Omo Yemoja Ashe, priestesses of Yemoja Ashe, and they come on Yemoja's rotation to share wisdom of motherhood, divine feminine wisdom, and all the blind spots that the Oya priestess may miss. Ashe, Ashe. All right, and while you're at it, take the Scorpio season to learn about the Scorpio in you. That's right. Break out that natal chart and study your placements of Scorpio through House 8, your placements of Scorpio, and your placements in Pluto. And if you need some assistance with that, then dial the number going across the screen 314-200-0368. Or you can treat yourself in that lovely Yemoja care package that I put in this video's description box, where you can book your read via video, or you can do a pre-recorded one with a 24-hour turnaround. I am iiiYansaje Muse, and this is your Monday Cosmic Weather Forecast on 222.9 The Mothership, Internet Radio for the road less traveled. I'll be right back with your Mondaily Planetary Retrograde Report. Ashe. Blues? I don't sing 'em. I tranquilize in their hue. Now my mouth pours truth. And iiiYansa, J Muse, haiku. Moon Talk, Motherpeace, Throat Chakra Healing, Waters, Blues, Spirits, Films, Music, Sea Creature Messages, Guided Meditations, Poetry, Mysteries of the Wine Dark Sea, Healing Stones and Shells, Blue Things, Rhyme, iiiYansa's glass water, Dream Soothe Wisdom, Cleansing, Healing. It's all inside. Come on in. Every moon day on Mother Blue Hues with iiiYansa Muse. And we are back. Oh, goon must you with the loud motors. Iba, Iba, Iba. All right, so we've got whew, 4 more days left of Saturn's retrograde in Pisces. We're coming out on November 15th. We went in on June 29th, and Saturn has been mailing back packages that nobody has to sign for, especially those of y'all babies that insist on being stuck in your 5D energies and playing on the wrong side of the crossroad. Okay? So if you live to tell about it, you should. Learn it, eat the lesson, grow from it, visit that inner child, get that baby in check so he can stop getting your ass in trouble. Good grief. And this hits you Capricorn and Aquarius, babies, harder than the other 10 houses, because Capricorn is your full-on planetary ruler, and with Aquarius, it's only half. Those of you that have been on the right side of issues crossroads still have some lessons to learn, some grounding, maybe some past life karma to resolve, maybe some things that had to break your heart to adjust your vision, and making sure you got your spiritual priorities in check as they align with the 3D, because there are many rewards for spiritual mastery. And that's one of the blessed tricks of the Orisha Eshu. When you pass his test, he gives you the keys to the higher doors. But his tests are almost always tricky. Ashe. All right, so we still got Neptune busting a moonwalk, and Big Mama is doing so in her own house, Pisces. And we went in on July 2nd, and we are coming out in December 7th. Yes, we are. And that's Pisces, and Neptune retrograding in Pisces helps us shed a lot of delulu and intensifies our epiphany so strong that we have no choice but to put our actions behind our convictions. But hey, that's all about transitioning into the energy of the Aquarian age, living like you know and coming out of that place of simple belief. And Neptune's retrograde in Pisces will intensify your dreams. So make sure you are documenting them in your dream journal so that, excuse me, so that you can apply them to what's going on in your waking life. Needless to say, this retrogrades hit you Pisces babies more than it does the other 12, 11 houses, because this is your ruling planet. Not to mention your house is still at work in Saturn's retrograde in Pisces. Keeping it moving, we got planet Chiron in retrograde, and this little booger was a comet at first, named as a planet in the 70s, a trigger point on your natal chart that points to your deepest wounds or the planet of the wounded healer. And so this Chiron retrograde is putting some heat under all of our tushies because it came into that heat energy. Leo season. On July 26th, we'll be coming out during the week of Kwanzaa on December 29th. Yes. Okay, so with that going on, everybody is being forced to face their deepest wounds, whether they're childhood wounds, adolescent wounds, young adult wounds, any of those wounds that the deep ones that we spend our lives building from and growing from, or being a beacon of karmic energy from, depending on what you do with that. Because, see, we are all responsible for what we allow our pain to turn us into. So if your pain is turning you into someone that other people have to heal from, Chiron's retrograde is going to make you look at that, not to mention Saturn retrogrades in Pisces footing your ass. And with Saturn retrograde in Pisces, Pisces is the last house. So here is where the buck stops. So many of our wounds, going back to Chiron's retrograde, many of our wounds are being brought to our faces so they can either stop being a destructive force to ourselves and others. We have to revisit those wounds to reference lessons. Or those of us that have been doing the healing work from those wounds, then we have to revisit those wounds so that we can pull them like reference sheets to help other people get through where we've already been. Either way, stick it where it applies. Moving on. We also got Uranus in retrograde, and this is the other half of Aquarius. So, Aquarius, both of your planets are in retrograde for 4 more days. And we went into Uranus retrograde on September 1st, and we won't be coming out of this one, babies, until January 30th of 2025. But this Uranus retrograde is a good thing because it's retrograding in the house of Taurus, and that's the house of love and abundance. And if you've been living on the right side of the crossroad, then this talks about securing the divine bag. But you can expect some shakeups, some sudden changes, some expecting the unexpected. But Uranus energy correlates with Oya energy, so that is to be expected. And last but not least, we got Jupiter in retrograde. And Jupiter is in retrograde from October 9th and will be coming out on February 4th of 2025. And in Gemini, that is a planet of duality, of course. So Jupiter's retrograde is kind of tag teaming with Saturn's Pisces on the dark side of Gemini duality. It's tag teaming with the Saturn retrograde in Pisces to bring back those karmic packages for those of y'all that are on that side of the crossroad. And those of you that are on the right side of the crossroad, this Jupiter retrograde is bringing in the abundance hand in hand with Uranus's retrograde in Taurus, right? All right. And this one is going to affect you, Saturn, Sagittarius babies, as well as Pisces, other ruling planet. So it's kind of interesting that we're coming out of the Piscean age of belief into the Aquarian age of knowing. And in this moment, with the 111 portal open, still both of Pisces planets are in retrograde, and so is Uranus. So there's your retrograde report. And as always, you can always check your natal charts and look at the personal placements of these planets. And if you need some help understanding that and how these retrogrades affect you personally, then you can give me a call at 314-200-0368. I'll help you straighten it out. I'm going to take a quick break, and when I come back, we're going to get to your Moon Daily Tarot read for the Divine Feminine Collective for Moon Days only. I'm iiYansaje Muse, and this is radio for the road less traveled. 222.9 The Mothership, and enjoy this poem called Neptune is Going Cold. Check it out. I painted this an electric shade of pastel blue for you. Listen. It's 2022 and Neptune is going cold. She's tired of the same old tales told of folks hijacking her nurture, her gold. The audacity of energy suckers got bold, and the good, suffering from the bad, got old. So no wonder earth angels in droves drove to self-love, drew boundaries with samurais when open eyes sliced off unwillingly unhealable places and toxic people. Chance after chance is dried up for the evil. 222, this triple oyeku ends all rendezvous of the Inca and succubi. So bye. It's 2022. And Neptune is going cold. Narcissistic revelation is massive. The heavens are taking a measure and it's drastic in restoring Libra's balance. Ulterior motives and intentions the heavens know got exposed when there were no more cheeks to turn. With freezer burns, she lets them learn so pure love can be freely given to those who will freely return. Neptune. Planet of divine compassion has shortened her rations cause repeat offenses rehashing and splashing her givers in tears. Now she's laughing, and in orderly fashion she drops the thermostat, pulls back her passions, and let us feel a chilly breeze. She had to freeze up so certain things could surface, so universal lovers and dreamers can stop feeling worthless. It's all in divine purpose. It's 2022. And colder is Neptune. She's grown immune, she's changed her tune for those who shatter love and leave its givers undue wounds. She dries her eyes in us and dashes with their foon, surrounds us with egoons, and allows our souls to prune as we let go like balloons and reblossom like peace lilies in June. Oh, cry her a river, she'll let you croon. At the ego self's doom, she signals the moon. It's 2022, and Neptune is going cold. Mama is drawing her energy back to the too big-hearted, getting us back on track from those who have taken and taken and taken too much. Silence and absence is a sign that now reads you cannot touch. Healers and empaths are basking in bliss baths, no longer exchanging dialect with reprobate-minded voices. We've passed the masses a rain check and let the rain check their choices, saving the nectar of appointing and anointing for those of divine appointment with receipts and invoices of energetic investments in kingdom building. Love is living, returning is given. So should you feel a shiver, it's 2022, and Neptune is going cold. It had to happen to save a certain caliber of human soul. iiiYansaje Muse, moon waning in Libra. Ashe. And we are back. So, if you are listening to this over the Mothership's airwaves, then, or seeing this video, and you are a divine feminine, then you are tapped in a divine algorithm, and this is your message. This is surrounding the need to cleanse from people or persons who might have ghosted you in the past, because your Ten of Cups is at hand, but as you can see, it is inverted. But ladies, this call is coming from inside the house. Now, you had your season where you had to put up your sword and draw your machete and cut the cords that you needed to cut, but I think there's a such thing as going into overtime, because sometimes our guardedness can reach an imbalance where the people that we're calling into our lives through manifestations cannot fully reach us because we haven't connected deeply with ourselves in our egg base. And I mean connecting deeply in a way where you trust the universal law of duality and knowing there is just as much good in the world as there is negative. So, be open to receive what you manifested by doing deeper cleansings from the residue of the past, because your Ten of Cups is here. Perhaps it is you who has not yet energetically aligned to receive it. And it happens. It happens to the best of us. And underneath that, you got the Four of Wands. And as you can see, you got this whole nest of cows over here trying to pull some old dumb stuff. And this has something to do with people who have ghosted out of your life, who have been in and out of your energy because they've been in very immature energy. And if you're in a true divine feminine space, you are more than likely an old spirit. This is also calling you to resurrect your divine feminine energies as far as being happy and childlike in your gifts, because that will help align you to the energy you need to be in to turn this Ten of Cups upside down back upright. And as you can see, the Four of Cups is kind of pointing north, but it's slightly to the east. So you are getting there. You don't have to stoop to the level of groups of people that try to rob you of this Ten of Cups, but there is a childlike energy that you can do more embodying of so that you can bask in more of your joy. And joy is your power, and creating happy moments is a huge part of energetic cleansing from the past. That way, your mind can recollect positive things, and that raises your vibration. And when you raise your vibration and keep it raised, you change the nature of what you attract, especially when the cup is already in your hand waiting for you to turn it right side up. And that 111 portal energy gives you just the space you need to do that. Because you had to draw your swords, because at one point we had the devil card energy coming in, and see how it just spun? It showed up upside down, but when I moved the Four of Cups, it turned to the east. So there's some things still trying to come towards you, but as far as your enemies and your adversaries are concerned, this is a battle they've already lost, because you had to come out of your loving Mary Poppins energy to go into your woman king's energy to slay this mofo right here, and you did. But you got to know new levels require new devils. And yes, I said require, because there's always new lessons to learn. But as of right now, this is your season to bask with the Ten of Cups showing up upside down. Your hand is what turns this cup right side up. Okay? And yes, you had groups of people that tried to tear you down. But you have groups of people now that are waiting for the wisdom of how to defeat these same energies in their lives. And yes, you had to be put through the fire so you could be given the antidote. But that antidote isn't just for you. That antidote is for you to share with others around you. And that's a huge part of what's going to usher in that love and abundance that Uranus is retrograde is talking about. And here's another daughter of wands. Now, this is the priestess of wands, my bad. So, with this card showing up, this energy feels like you've come out of this energy and mastered your magic, because wands are fire and wands are energy conductors. So you are stepping into your high priestess energy, and you may have not fully embraced it yet. And that has a lot to do with this Ten of Cups here that's upside down. But when you allow yourself to relax, to be in the now, to give thanks for the lesson you learned while in your battles, you will step into this energy, bask into it, and turn the cups already in your hand right side up so that they can catch the water for you to drink and quench others. But you have to quench your own thirst first. There's my general message. Should you need a personal read, then the number to call is on the screen, and that's between 1 p.m. and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Or you can treat yourself to the lovely Yemoja care package that I put in this video's description box, where you can book a live video read with yours truly, or a pre-recorded one with a less than 24-hour turnaround. I am iiiYansa Muse, and this is radio for the road less traveled. 222.9 The Mothership. Beam up. A focused, meditative state is the womb of your mind. May you always birth beautiful things. Yemoja. The Moon Collection by the Mothership Mystic Boutique. All proceeds go to 222.9, the Mothership Internet Radio. Beam up. Thank you for joining me for this forecast. I certainly hope you gain some things that will help you have a divinely blessed Yemoja kissed moon day. If you're listening at 11:26 p.m. Central Standard Time, then we now return to our sun nightly vision of what love looks like. And keeping that rolling on, I got music from one of my favorite singers, old school throwback, what you know about it, Peebo Bryson with Soul Provider. It's one thing to be provided for in 3D, but when your soul gets provided for, that's a whole other kind of love, and I want some of it. If you are listening at the 6 a.m. hour, then stay tuned for the rising Bimbe to Yemanja before we get to the mothers of R&B song. Don't forget to tune in at 12 o'clock a.m. when the moon is at its highest. We go into our throat chakra sleep meditation. And if you are enjoying the music, the mystics, and the mojo, then feel free to make a donation or shop the Mothership Mystic Boutique. All proceeds go to 222.9 The Mothership Internet Radio for the one road less traveled. And it is this whole 24/7 groove is created by one woman and one woman only. Holla at your girl. With the help of the divine, of course. And always remember that the sky is big enough for us all to be stars. And in the words of George Clinton, free your mind. Your ass will follow. This is 222.9 The Mothership, Internet Radio for the road less traveled. Beam up. Every day is special. Why not find out mystically how? This is the forecast on your Mystic Music Haven on the airwaves, 222.9, The Mothership. Beam up.